Sugar is everywhere. It's in our drinks, our snacks, even in foods that we wouldn't expect, like salad dressings and pasta sauce. Over time, we have come to see sugar as a normal, daily part of life, even as a necessity. But the truth is, sugar is anything but natural for our bodies and does our bodies a lot of harm. Hi, I'm Valerie, a lifestyle nurse. I believe that no matter your age or current health status, that you have the power to take charge of your well-being and live a longer, healthier life. My goal is to share with you the knowledge and tools that will empower you to make that happen. In this video, I'm focusing on a simple but powerful step: reducing or eliminating refined sugar and grains. We'll look at the real impact sugar has on your body and why refined sugars and flours are so harmful, and how you can start shifting away from them in a way that feels sustainable. Refined sugar is any sugar that has been extracted from its natural source, processed, and concentrated to create a highly potent form of sweetness. This includes table sugar, high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, and even so-called natural sweeteners like agave syrup, honey, and maple syrup. All these have the same effect on the body. While they may come from plants originally, once they are isolated and concentrated, they become something entirely different, something that overstimulates our brain's pleasure centers and drives cravings. In fact, sugar works on the brain in a very similar way to substances like cocaine or heroin. Just like these drugs are extracted from plants, processed, and concentrated to produce an intense effect, sugar is also manipulated in a way that makes it far more powerful than anything found naturally in whole foods. The result is a substance that lights up the brain's reward system, creating a cycle of craving, overconsumption, and dependence. The general recommendation is limiting added sugars to no more than 5 teaspoons per day for women and 9 teaspoons per day for men. However, the average American consumes about 23 teaspoons per day. That is more than 4 times the recommended amount. The truth is, no one really needs any sugar, and it should be seen as an occasional sweet treat rather than a daily crutch. Consuming too much sugar impacts nearly every system in the body, and the effects start long before we even realize it. One of the biggest concerns is how sugar affects blood sugar levels and insulin resistance. When we eat sugar, it causes a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash, leaving us feeling tired, irritable, and craving more sugar just to bring our energy back up. Over time, this cycle puts stress on the body and can lead to insulin resistance, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic conditions. Sugar also fuels inflammation, which plays a major role in conditions like heart disease, arthritis, and chronic pain. High sugar intake is also linked to weight gain, as it disrupts hunger and fullness signals, making it easier to overeat. The empty calories and extra sugar that isn't used for energy gets stored as fat, particularly around the belly, which is the most dangerous type of fat when it comes to long-term health risks. Sugar also has a major impact on the brain as well. It interferes with the memory, focus, and overall cognitive function, and long-term sugar intake has even been linked to an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. It also weakens the immune system, making it harder for the body to fight off infections, and disrupts gut health, throwing off the balance of beneficial bacteria that supports digestion and overall wellness. The good news is that once you start cutting back, your body responds quickly. Many people notice more stable energy, fewer cravings, better digestion, clearer skin, and even reduced joint pain within just a few weeks. The longer you go without relying on added sugars, the better your body functions, and the easier it becomes to maintain a healthier way of eating. One of the biggest challenges when reducing sugar is that it hides in so many foods, even in food products labeled as healthy and in food products that you wouldn't expect to find it. Manufacturers use over 90 different names for added sugar, making it tricky to spot on ingredient lists. Some common names include cane juice, dextrose, maltose, high fructose corn syrup, and rice syrup. But the easiest way to identify added sugar, at least in the United States anyway, is by looking at the nutrition facts label. Under total sugars, you'll see a separate line called added sugars. This tells you exactly how much sugar has been added beyond what naturally occurs in the food. Ideally, this number should be as low as possible, and closer to 0 is best. 4 grams of added sugar equals 1 teaspoon of white sugar. If you see that a food contains a significant amount of added sugar, it's a good sign that it might not be the best choice for daily consumption. Being aware of how to spot added sugar is an important step in reducing it. Once you start checking labels, you'll quickly notice how frequently added sugar is added to processed foods, even ones that are marketed as healthy. This awareness will make it more easier to make informed choices that support your health. Many people turn to artificial sweeteners as a way to cut back on sugar, but these come with their own risks. Aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin have all been linked to gut health issues, metabolic disorders, and even increased sugar cravings. They trick the brain into expecting calories, disrupting the body's natural hunger and fullness signals. If you're looking for an alternative, monk fruit and stevia are considered safer options. However, even these should be used sparingly. The constant taste of sweetness, no matter where it comes from, can keep sugar cravings alive, making it harder to break free from the cycle of needing something sweet. Instead, focus on getting sweetness from whole foods like fruit and even sweeter vegetables like carrots, ripe tomatoes, and red bell peppers. Whole fruits and vegetables come with fiber, water, and nutrients that slow the absorption of natural sugars and prevent blood sugar spikes. Refined grains like white bread, white rice, and processed cereals act very similarly to sugar in the body. They break down quickly, cause blood sugar spikes, and lead to the same energy crashes and cravings. Swapping out refined grains for whole, fiber-rich options like quinoa, brown rice, or whole oats can help stabilize blood sugar and keep you feeling fuller longer. This is not about perfection. It's about making a shift toward real whole foods that nourish and sustain your body. The less refined sugar and flour that you rely on, the better your body will function and the easier it will become to stick to healthier choices. Reducing or eliminating refined sugars and grains is one of the most impactful changes that you can make for your health. Your body will thank you with better energy, fewer cravings, and improved long-term health. If you were in my Thrive in 25 program, be sure to check your program materials for additional tips on making this transition. And if you're currently not in the program but you want to learn more about it, you'll find a link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please take good care of yourself.